attention management. So if I go through 1 to 11, and so just very fast one here before I go into the contents. So third one is on attention management. So attention management is actually related to the why you get stressed. So if you are stressed, so how do you actually improve it? Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So for today is that I'm going to review a book titled How to Be a Productivity Ninja. So if you can see here is that on the front cover, worry less, achieve more, love what you do. Okay, so it means that basically this book is regarding productivity, how to become productivity. Okay, productive. Right, so the author of this book is Graham Alcott. And this book was published in 2014. And actually, I bought this book at the Big Bad Wolf with the price RM Ringgit Malaysia, 12 ringgit. However, for this book, it's actually priced at USD $15, so which is equivalent to RM 60 ringgit. So I would say that this book is cheap for motivational book. And this category of book is on self-motivation book, and I would suggest all those who would like to become more productive in your daily work or daily life, you should buy this book and at a cheaper price at the Big Bad Wolf. Okay, so let me just go through this book contents. And by the way, why I actually choose this book is if you see the front cover, it shows a ninja. And what actually my thought on this book was, wow, to become a ninja but in terms of productivity. So how can I be more productive? So I actually I would say I'm an organized person when using emails and in daily work. Okay, so I would come to office, and before I come to office, the night before is I would go through my calendar and look through what I'm going to do for the next day. So I would list all of the tasks that I'm going to do, and for the week, what tasks that I should do. And when I reach my office, I'm going to do the task according to the calendar. So in one of this chapter is about, if you see here, number 4 is on ninja email. So how to actually make your email more productive. Okay, so let's go and see the contents here. So the contents, there are total 11 contents. So I'm going to read it. I'm not sure if you can see this content, so I'm going to read the contents here. So the first one is the way of the productivity ninja. So in this topic is that this book share to us on how to become Zen-like, calm like a ninja. So, for example, in the first topic is that it says use your head. Means that use your head means that not just cracking your head to the wall because of you want to make it productive, but it's about how to actually organize your tasks in daily life. So use your head, organize your work into using tools and software. And second one is that trusting your system. So what system do you use to actually increase your productivity? Okay, are you using any system right now? It means that how do you capture all the data or all the tasks that you have, for example, from email, from WhatsApp, from other information. Okay, so how do you capture that? And next is that how are you going to organize your tasks? Because nowadays during the IT era, lots of tasks, we are given lots of tasks through WhatsApp and even email. We receive lots of email daily. So how do you actually organize it so that you don't feel overwhelmed with lots of things and you are left behind because you are too late to actually do all the tasks given. And thirdly is that lower your expectation. Okay, so of course, we as a human, we tend to actually give ourselves high expectation. Okay, so we can do that by selecting the important tasks that you should do. Okay, so lower your expectation. And fourth one is that in this book is on keep your body in good physical condition. So it means that other than you're doing your job, okay, organizing your tasks and so on, you need to be reminded that in order for us to actually be more productive is by actually taking care of our body. Means that why? Because if we do not take care of our body, then we're going to actually increase our stress. So stress actually will reduce our productivity. And the fifth one is that be prepared and organized. So get ready for when time get rough. So an example, let me see. I was telling to you about how do I organize my email or task into email, into my calendar online. So let's say that, for example, this morning I received a sudden email that need urgent follow-up. So it means that ad hoc. So this is what it means by get ready when the time get rough. Means that you can actually get it done if you have organized your calendar accordingly. Okay. The sixth item here is being ruthless. Okay. What does it mean? It means that we need to make a better decision. It means that choose the task that need more attention from us. Means that if the deadline require you to submit it by today, then the task need to be your priority, the first priority for today. Then the least priority means that the deadline submission by next week, then you can put it less priority. Means that it shouldn't be in your calendar for today, but it can be set for the next 2 or 3 days. Okay? And the seventh is on saying no to ourselves. Okay, saying no. Sometimes we are too overwhelmed in doing. We tend to have high expectation. Okay, so for example, I wish to publish book. Okay, to write a book and publish it. So my plan is, okay, for this year I'm going to publish 2 books. But can we actually do that? Do we have time to actually organize ourselves? Okay, and with our daily tasks, and can we do that in this year? So we can actually opt to not publish 2 books this year, but opt it for this year 1 book, and next year 1 more book. So that is how you say no to yourself. Okay, and the eighth item is saying no to others. So this is normal, saying no to others. Okay, you have your own tasks, and you have, for example, your boss or your colleague who wish to actually get your help on tasks. So do you say no or do you say yes every time they ask for help? Okay, so you can actually say yes, but with a certain deadline. Okay, and you can say no with a justification, reason why you say no. And the last one is on interruption. So during this ITCV era, so we have lots of interruption. Means that we are doing our job at our desk and doing something, focusing on doing publication or writing research paper, writing grant proposal, and suddenly there are interruption from calls or even emails or even WhatsApp. So how do we actually block that out? So in this book is that they share on how to actually block the interruption. So one way is that by actually silent your handphone and only check your handphone at a certain interval. Okay? So that one is on the first part only, the way of the productivity ninja. So second one is the contents is on why we get stressed. So even in this book is they share why we get stressed, because sometimes we are so stressed up until we cannot do we didn't do anything for the whole day. Okay, so basically we just come to the office and just sit down and being stressed because internally your mind is thinking about a lot of things. It can be about family, about money, about work, about your email being full and so on, but you didn't actually get to organize your email or task. Get that? So the symptom of stress is in this book it shares about on physical and behavioral. And normally for physical is that is lack of appetite, okay, sugar, craving, indigestion. Okay. And for behavioral is normally we see in people their behavior. So example is difficulty concentrating. So if you are stressed, actually when you come to the office, like example in on a Monday morning, okay, sometimes we call people call it as Monday blues because you have 2 days weekend and then suddenly on Monday you start getting back to work. So we call it as Monday blues because you didn't actually manage to check what was the task that need to be done on Monday morning. So lack of motivation means that you come to the office but you do not have any motivation to do anything. Okay, I wouldn't say I'm perfect. I also sometimes get demotivated. Means that because too many things, I have high expectation. So when thinking of lots of things, you get demotivated also. Okay? And let's go and see just a simple the contribution of stress. So one of it is being out of control. So what does it mean by being out of control? Means that example I'm taking the email as an example. So when you open your email, have you checked that in your inbox you have 3,000 emails, or actually when you check your email it's 0 email? Okay, which one is it? Is it 3,000 email in your inbox or it's 0? So for my case is that normally on Monday morning my email in the inbox is only like 4 to 5 email, okay, that I need to read in the morning because I already make the email 0 before the night before. So it means that I already check what task that need to be done. Is it need to have any follow up from me, or do I need to delegate it to other people? Right? So being out of control is something that we get stressed about. Okay? And changes, of course, changes is something that make us stress. Because when we have changes means that we have different environment, so we need to adapt again to the new environment. Third one is on overload panic. So overload panic means that, example, the email overload, too many things coming in. Let's say I'm taking example of in UTeM. We have email coming in from info UTeM. So many email coming in from different unit and so on. So do you actually read the email one by one, or you just delete it automatically without even looking at the content? So if you directly delete it, then you're going to actually miss out on important things, because some emails are important. For example, like for lecturer, we have email being shared from CRIM about research grant, about research publication and so on. So if you do not read those email, then you're going to be left out. Okay? The fear of looking foolish. So I myself, I have this fear looking foolish. Okay, so it means that if you do something not norm, means that not the normal thing that people do. So you feel that, oh, I'm going to look foolish. So this will actually give you stress also. Okay, fear of being found out. So fear of being found out means that I would say that if you're people, we have two types of people, like introvert and extrovert. Okay, so some people, for introvert people is that they do not like to be found out, means that they do not like to be publicly known to other people. They just like to sit in their office and do their tasks. It's not them being not being productive. They are being productive in terms of their own behavior. Okay, so fear of being found out is something that is going to trigger stress also. Okay, conflict. So conflict is another thing. So if you have conflict with a colleague or even conflict at home and so on, so this is going to contribute to stress. And the last one is vagueness. Vagueness means that something that you're not clear about. Okay, so how do you actually, if you're given an instruction, okay, how do you actually make it clear? One way is that by asking the person or those who are giving the instruction, so what does it mean by this email, or what does it mean by this task? So make it clear so that you will actually reduce the stress level. Okay, so that one is on the second topic. So the third one is on attention management. So if I go through 1 to 11, and so just very fast one here before I go into the contents. So third one is on attention management. So attention management is actually related to the why you get stressed. So if you are stressed, so how do you actually improve it? Okay, so people talk about time management many times. So if you want to be productive, you need to have a good time management. But right now, time management is not enough. Actually, we have the new word which is on attention management. So attention management is something that requires you to have time management plus attentiveness. Means that which one need to have the level of higher attentiveness than the other task. So based on that is how you can actually be more productive. And for the ninja email is about how to organize your email. Okay, so I'm going to focus on this one more. So because in nowadays we are using email, and email for work, email for our social life and so on. So how do you organize your email? Okay, so if you have multiple emails, for example, you have your work email and then you have your Gmail. So how do you organize it? Okay, and lastly is that if you see point 5 until 9 is about the ninja productivity, the COD productivity model. So COD, what does it mean by COD? It's actually the term CORD. So C means that the capture and collect habit. So there are 4 steps to actually become more productive. The first one is C, capture and collect habit. Second one is that after you collect it, you capture it, then you organize the task. And then third one is on review habit. So after you organize it, then you review. Either the task need to be done now, or the task need to be actually postponed to another day. And lastly is after you review, then you do it. So the do habit. So after review, some tasks need you just to read the information and you have the knowledge. But some you need to actually do it, means that you need to reply to emails or you need to delegate it to another person. So these are the main contents on that. But if you want to know more detail, then I think you can buy this book on Productivity Ninja, Worry Less, Achieve More, and Love What You Do. So the keyword is love what you do. Do you love what you do? If you do not love what you do, then it will become a stressful life lah. Means that for the whole life you're working at your company, then you're going to be a bit stressed, because productivity only can be achieved if you have this key term. Okay, so I think that will be all. If you're interested, then you can buy this book. I recommend this book. Okay, alright, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.